So a very exciting package arrived in the mail today, something I've been very excited about since I ordered it. And I want to talk about it because I've started a new series on coping. I'm calling it Coping with Marshmallow and Gena. My cat is Marshmallow, and I already have a number of videos of her on the internet where I'm teaching her how to use the speaking buttons with her paws. But anyways, the reason, what does this package have to do with coping? Well, one of the ways that I cope is, treating myself, taking good care of myself. Self-care is one of the very important aspects of coping. And so I'll do things like taking myself out for a lovely dinner, or buying myself a present. And I think I get extra bonus points if that gift that I'm giving to myself is also something that I believe makes a positive difference in the world. So let's go ahead and look at what it is. Look at the box, and this will give you a clue. Anyone who knows me and has heard me speak about things that I'm interested in lately might recognize this symbol. It's the same as a symbol that is on a book that I purchased recently. I'll show you. The book is called The Culting of America by Daniela Mestenek-Young. So Daniela is an expert on cults. She was raised in a cult. She is also a former intelligence agent, an army captain, a former army captain, retired, and an author, obviously, hence the book. Now I'll show you the item inside the package, and then I can talk about what it means and what it is. So carefully opening the sticker without damaging it. And I'll probably do something like something silly like laminate it, make it into a fridge magnet. That's actually a really good idea. I think I like that idea. And there it is. My very own handmade, hand-knitted love bomb collar. And look at the craftsmanship, the beading, the beadwork and the knitting. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And it's got my favorite color, purple. Hint, hint. Just kidding. I don't mean to hint, but I like the color purple, just so you know. There it is. There it is. So, oh my gosh, I love it. The concept behind the love bomb collar is that Daniela talks about how religious recruiters will use love bombing as a tactic for shepherding new members into their midst. I don't want to offend anybody, but the truth is, and it needs to be talked about, a lot of us are in cults and we don't even know it. I'm in a cult. It's just not a cult that I chose to be in. Anyone who's an American right now is actually in probably the world's largest cult, and that is the MAGA cult. And I myself am an agnostic. I was raised to follow the example of Christ, but we were never churchgoers. And as an adult, I followed the path of becoming an agnostic. As I said in one of my earlier coping sessions, agnosticism doesn't mean that you can't do things that are kind of ceremonial or spiritual, such as meditation, which is something that I participate in. I meditate and I feel like that's part of my coping that helps me in life. However, there is a flip side to the coin of the love bomb. When you are indoctrinated into a church or religious cult, it starts off with this loving atmosphere, the hand holding, the love songs, if you will, the hymnals. The initiation is always this very feel good, warm and fuzzy, happy good time. But there's another side to it that you find out later on, after it's already too late and you're already stuck in the cult. So this goes along with my theme about coping, because so many of us in this country now feel that we are trapped in a cult that we never chose. And one of the ways that I have of coping with that reality is to be learning from an expert on cults and bad guy tactics, the tactics that tyrants use, which can help you to plan for, how to respond to the situation that you're in, not just sit around and feel helpless about it. That's really important for coping. Sorry, I had to get up and go to the window. I paused and went to the window when I heard that. You might have heard a siren. And I don't usually respond like that to sirens because we hear them all the time in the city. It's like almost nonstop. But when I hear it and it stops right in front of like where I'm at, right in front of my building, then I have to get up and kind of wonder if something's going on right here. Because usually you'll hear it and it'll trail off into the distance. But that one stopped. It came up and just stopped right here. So that's what that was. But anyways, thank you for doing such a great job packaging and getting it here quickly. I was amazed how fast the delivery was. And thank you for everything that you do. I'm speaking to Daniela. She'll probably never see my video, but I want to read what's inside the box. She took the time to write it. I ought to read it. It says, I hope you make many bold memories with this love bomb collar. And indeed I will. Indeed I shall. Bold memories, yes. Daniela KCL. And KCL stands for the Knitting Cult Lady, which is her like moniker, I guess you would say. Her sort of AKA. She knits while she discusses these very complex topics, something that I find very impressive. I've almost even kind of considered taking up knitting. I might want to learn that. I'd be interested in it. I have one of my daughters knits, and Daniela talks about how knitting is kind of a coping mechanism that she has. There's this sticker, or it's like a little saying that she repeats sometimes. I knit so I don't, what was it? I knit so I don't stab people. If that's not a coping mechanism, I don't know what is. Of course, you could stab people with your knitting needles. No, we're non-violent here, sort of, I guess. Depends on what life hands you, right? Anyways, thanks again, and happy coping, and keep up the great work. I support you. Part of my coping is supporting people and causes that I believe in, and I believe in you, and I believe in me. And be safe and be well.